everybody, welcome back. This is Kim. I'm really glad you clicked on this video. Thanks so much. If you're new here, I do videos about random technology items and also videos about the gig economy, Doordash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. Today's video is going to be about Doordash. Doordash is food delivery. I'm sure you know what it is, but anyways, so I know why the Doordash app is always so buggy. I found the reason and I'm going to share it with you. Let's get started. I'm going to try to make this quick. So I know that some of the videos seem to go on forever, but I'm going to try to make this quick. Okay, so Doordash explains their rollout process. I found another Doordash engineering article. This is the link right here. You don't have to write it down. I'm going to put it down in the description. But it explains why every few days we have a buggy app experience. They know about it, which is crazy, and they still do it. But anyways, here we go. This article was from April 2021, and it is now the end of October 2021. In my experience, that's about when the app really started acting up, about 6 months ago. It's when it started really just getting very unstable. So I think we know why. Is this a coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to try to put this article into a quick summary that makes sense. I'm not going to go into great detail. I'm just going to share the highlights, or what I feel are the highlights. Anyways, read the article if you're interested in the techie stuff. Like I said, this is the link. I'm going to put it down in the description, so don't worry about writing it down or anything. Okay, so basically they have what's called a blue and green deployment. So the new versions of code are released using a blue-green deployment pattern. Okay, bear with me. It's not that difficult. So basically blue is considered their stable version. So that's the version that is in production and being used. Stable, it's funny that they call it that. Is it ever stable? I don't think so. But anyways, green is the new upcoming version that they've made some changes to. It's not yet been used with live traffic. So it's like the next coming version. So once they feel the new green version is ready to be implemented, they have the blue stable version running, and they slowly start adding traffic to the green version. Then, as they test and deem the green version working well, they move all the traffic to green. But they keep the blue on hold in the event of too many bugs in the green version. That way they can roll back to blue if needed. Okay, so this all makes sense, and yeah, that sounds great. Oh, yeah, before I forget, please subscribe. I'd love that. I've over 300 now, which is so exciting. To those of you who have already subscribed, I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much. Also, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. Okay, that's enough plugs. Let's move on. Okay, so here is what the blue version. This is the first step. So all the live production traffic is using the blue version, which is the current version. Okay, so here's all the traffic using blue. And then they come up with a new green version. They're like, okay, this green version, we're now ready to start using this with traffic. Live, customers, dashers, merchants, etc. Okay, so now we've got the blue version here, and the green version is also up and running. But all the traffic is still going to the blue version, but green version is also running. Okay. Then the next step is to transfer some of the traffic from blue to green. Now, I don't think this graphic shows all of it going to green, but the article explained it as they slowly have segments of traffic moving to green and some in the blue. So that's why some people will have a bunch of problems and not everybody. But then once they move everyone to the green version, then we're all having the problems. So I think that's what happens. So it's buggy from the time they start implementing green until they fully implement green. And then, like I said, I don't think it's ever stable. There's always bugs. But I don't know. this is how they go from blue version to green version. And then the green version becomes the blue version. So this would be the live production version. And this one will stay in the archive, sitting there ready on hold in case they need to revert back. Okay, so that's kind of how I read the article. There's much more to this process. They went all into all the different systems they used to test and implement the new code. Without going into all of that, if you really want to read the whole article, I have a link in the description. Like I said, it's very interesting. They go into more detail than I think is really necessary to illustrate why I think their new rollout deployment is the cause of our frustration. So I'm not going to go into it, but it was very interesting to read. So DoorDash is constantly adding code, changing many modules, and testing them with live traffic daily. They do this BG, blue-green deployment thing. It sounded like daily. So that's why we are having bugs and new problems and new things are not working daily. I don't know, I just think it's crazy. This whole blue-green process sounds good in theory, but testing on live traffic, I think it's just dangerous in my opinion. And they are risking their whole, I don't even know what to say. But anyways, so they used to test late at night. This is what the article said. They're no longer doing this. They say they no longer roll out the new code slowly to one segment at a time late at night. I'm sorry, but why wouldn't you do that? I don't know. They said because they don't want their engineers to have to babysit the new production code until early morning. These are their words. It literally said they don't do it late at night anymore because they don't want the engineers to have to babysit the code and watch things to make sure it doesn't break. Maybe they don't want to pay overtime. They don't want people to work at night. I don't really know. To me, it's baffling. How many Friday nights have we been stuck with buggy apps? Some of us just turn the app off and stop doing DoorDash because it's so frustrating. You know, how many times has it become so unstable that it's just not even worth dashing? But anyways, I don't know how they determine when the app is too buggy and needs to be rolled back. How buggy do they allow it to be and just ignore it? You know, I think it's pretty buggy. If they're testing code, so they have code that tests it. They have a whole system that supposedly tests. If it doesn't realize the front end of the app, that's the dashers, the customers, the restaurants, are having issues, then they would just think it's fine. So if their testing portion of this entire system isn't actually seeing the issues as issues or knowing that we're having these issues, then their whole system is flawed. So this is in their own words. The ability to almost simultaneously switch incoming traffic from the blue version to the green version has two important consequences. Rolling back is very fast as long as the blue version is still around. The traffic switch exposes the production traffic to the green version all at once. In other words, the entire use base is affected. The entire user base, sorry, this is a typo. The entire user base is effective if the green version is buggy. No duh. So if they go from blue to green all at once and they move us all to green without testing small segments at a time late at night like they used to, instead they just decide, okay, they're running side by side, let's just go ahead and move everyone to green. Then we all have all the problems. We all go down, we all lock up, we all whatever. So they know it's happening, but oh well. So here's more. Our objective is a gradual release process that prevents a bug in the new release candidate code, green, from negatively affecting the experience of our entire customer base. So that's their goal and their objective, which is great. I don't think they've met it. Anyways, so they have a long-term deployment plan. They have some new processes that they are creating in order to solve their current problems. Okay, remember this article was written back in April 2021, so maybe they're already using that new plan, or maybe it's still in the future. That wasn't really clear in the article, so I'm not sure. They said this new plan will take several quarters to roll out. Here's some more of their words. This is straight from the article. While our long-term strategy for gradual deployments was in the works, Does that mean it's no longer in the works? Okay, those are my words right there. Our systems are still at risk of disappointing all our customers at every deployment. We needed to ensure that customers, merchants, and dashers would not be negatively affected by future outages that could erode their trust in our platform. Bingo. That's exactly what's happening. Customers, merchants, and dashers are all negatively affected at least once a week with a major bug. Don't they see that? I don't know. Well, they have eroded our trust, and these constant deployments of buggy code is the reason. So, DoorDash is continuing to frustrate us. I don't know if you will have the same issues I have, but I get frustrated almost every time I open that Dasher app. Lately, it's been telling me that it can't send me offers. You know, Uber Eats and Grubhub are sending me offers, no problem. They can see my car, no problem. DoorDash, for some reason, can't see me. I don't know. It pauses me, ends my DoorDash, ends my dash randomly for no reason whatsoever. I was delivering this weekend, and I, was searching for orders, and then all of a sudden, I looked again, and it said, "Oh, your dash is ended." I'm like, "What?" I was scheduled all the way till 2 o'clock, and this was like at 12:30 or something. I'm like, I hadn't declined anything. I'm not sure why it just randomly ended. Pauses me all the time. I don't know. The app removes deliveries as I arrive to the restaurant. This is a new problem I just had over this past weekend. I had an order almost to the restaurant. Looked down, it's gone. It says it's searching for offers. I'm like, what? I'm like, I already had one. So I don't know why it disappeared. No notification, no nothing. It was just gone. So that's a new frustration I had this weekend. Sometimes I try to close the app and it's like locked up. So you're trying to push close and it just sits there. I don't know what it's doing. It's just sitting there, locked up. Okay, fine. You try to contact support by chat. You're number 455 in line. Who has time for that? Yes, I could call. I don't want to sit on hold either. This just goes to show how many people are having issues. This is buggy code, people. Go back to the blue version. Go back to the blue version 6 months ago. I don't know. It's crazy. I just think they're just making too many changes all at once and rolling it out without properly testing it. So then don't even start about the low pay. That's another thing that frustrates me. And if you decline the $4 deliveries, you get paused. It's not because of a buggy app. It's because they are messing with us. It's frustrating. I wish there was an app that had the volume of DoorDash, that had the restaurant timing down as well as Uber Eats, and that had the app stability of Grubhub. Maybe they should all work together and come up with one big thing. I don't know. That'll never happen. But anyways. So what do you think? Do you agree that their blue-green deployment process is the problem? I think it has to be. This whole let's just go to green and hope for the best. If it's not great, we'll go back to blue. I just don't think that's a good deployment process. Do you think they should constantly test on live data? I personally don't. Is your app buggy? Has it been buggy since like April? Mine has. So please leave comments and questions below so we can all talk about these issues. Maybe someone from DoorDash will read them and make some changes. It could happen, right? I mean, hey, who knows? I don't know. I still DoorDash because I still like it. And there still is a potential to make decent money. It's just super frustrating. And now I know why. So anyways, thanks so much for listening and watching. And I hope that you're staying safe, staying healthy, and making lots of money. I'll see you next time. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would appreciate that greatly. Thanks again. Bye-bye.